Good morning, everybody. As you know, food is very important for us because we get energy from food. Our food is made up of complex particles and during digestion is converted into simpler particle. It is only possible due to proper functioning of our body and a proper system which is called digestive system. The food that we eat has complex particles, that is carbohydrate, proteins and fats. The organ that involved in digestion break down these complex particles into simpler ones so that our body can get energy from the food, and this energy is necessary for proper functioning of the food. Digestive system also work for excretion of waste material from our body. Digestive system consists of a muscular tract of one end, at one end of which is present mouth and other end is anus. This muscular tract is also called gastrointestinal tract or digestive tract. In this digestive tract, many whole organs are connected to each other. These organs help in the many functions as digestion of food, transportation of the nutrient in the blood, and excrete out waste material from the body. These organs are mouth, esophagus, stomach, small intestine, large intestine, and anus. In spite of these, liver, gallbladder, and pancreas are some glands are also help in digestion of food. In an adult healthy human, length of alimentary canal can be 30 feet or 9 meters. Let us now study these all organs one by one. First one is mouth. Mouth is first organ of digestive tract. As we take food in our mouth, digestion of food start. This is also called oral or buccal cavity. This contains teeth, tongue and salivary glands. These parts physically digest the food. Tongue is a muscular organ which help in taste the food. In spite of this, tongue also help in roll and swallowing of the food. Teeth help in grinding and crushing the food and break it into small pieces so that food can digest easily. This process of churning of food and break it into small pieces is called mastication. In mouth, the salivary glands are present in paired form, which are present in front of ears, under the tongue and near lower jaw. Salivary gland produce saliva which lubricate the food so that it is easy to chew and swallow it. Saliva is a transparent liquid which contains two enzymes, amylase and lysozyme. Amylase is also called ptyalin, help in digestion of carbohydrate in food, while lysozyme kill the bacteria or fungi present in food and protect us from many diseases. So we can say that saliva is necessary for our oral hygiene. In an adult healthy person, 1 to 1.5 liter saliva can produce in 24 hours. Food is partially digested in the mouth and partially digested food is called bolus. Second part is pharynx. From mouth, bolus is enter in the second part of the digestive tract, that is pharynx. Pharynx is also called throat. It is also connect mouth with esophagus. This is a common passage for food and air. Third part is esophagus. Partially digested food goes into esophagus. It is also called food pipe. It is 25 cm long and 1.5 to 2 cm broad in a muscular passage whose one end is connected with pharynx and second end with the stomach. In human body, windpipe is also present with the food pipe. When we respire, air goes to our lungs through windpipe. This is a cover called epiglottis at the starting point of windpipe and food pipe, which prevent the entry of food in windpipe during swallowing of food. This food is reached in the stomach through esophagus by muscular contraction, and this muscular contraction is called peristaltic movement. At the end of esophagus, a muscular valve is present, which is called sphincter. When the bolus completely enter in stomach, this valve is closed to prevent the bolus to back in the esophagus. If these muscular contracts start reverse, this is called antiperistalsis, due to which vomiting can occur. And fourth part of our digestive system is stomach. Stomach is a sac-like J-shaped muscular organ which is present beneath the diaphragm. When the stomach, a leaf-shaped gland is present which is called pancreas. Liver is also present here. The digestive gland of the body beneath the liver in the stomach at the right side gallbladder is present. In stomach, food is stored temporarily. Stomach completely break down the food so that the food easily transported to the blood vessel and produce maximum energy. Inner wall of the stomach and esophagus consist of thin membrane is present which is called mucous membrane. In stomach, this membrane is called gastric mucosa, which is made up of epithelial cell. These epithelial cells secrete gastric mucus which protect the inner lining of stomach from hydrochloric acid. These epithelial cells also secrete gastric juices. Also, these gastric juices help in digestion of protein, fat and carbohydrate. 1.2 to 1.5 liter of gastric juice are released in one day. These are many components in gastric juice as hydrochloric acid, electrolytes and pepsin. Pepsin is main protein digestive enzyme. Due to hydrochloric acid, pH of gastric juices is acidic. Due to this gastric juices and churning of stomach, bolus is converted into pale yellow liquid which is called chyme. Stomach absorbs so much substance as glucose, simple sugar and carbohydrates, etc. A valve is also present at the end of stomach which is called pylorus or pyloric sphincter. As this valve open, chyme enter into small intestine. As stomach empty, pylorus close to prevent the reverse movement of chyme. The fifth part of the digestive system is small intestine. Now chyme goes into small intestine. Small intestine is 22 to 25 feet long, a loosely coiled muscular tube which has a diameter nearly 2 inches. These are three parts of small intestine. Small intestine has three parts: jejunum, duodenum and ileum. With the help of pancreatic juice and bile juice, small intestine further digest the food. Pancreatic juice released from pancreas and the enzyme are present in pancreatic juice break down the protein, fats and carbohydrate. Bile juice is secreted in liver and stored in gallbladder. This bile juice through bile duct release in small intestine. Bile play an important role in digestion of fat. In the duodenum of small intestine, digestion and mixing of chyme take place, while through jejunum and ileum and digestive food absorbed in the blood. In the inner lining of small intestine, finger-like projections called villi are present. A network of blood vessels is present in villi. These villi increase the surface area of small intestine for the absorption of food. In small intestine, maximum amount of food is absorbed in the blood, while undigested food goes into large intestine. The sixth part of digestive system is large intestine. Large intestine is a 5 to 6 feet long muscular tube. It is called large intestine because its diameter is larger than small intestine, which is about 3 inches. It has also three parts, that is cecum, colon and rectum. Cecum is first part of large intestine, while colon connect cecum to anus. Undigested food from small intestine goes into cecum and colon. Here extra water and salt are reabsorbed and undigested food convert into semi-solid form. Bacteria which are present in colon break down the waste so that waste degrade, and this undigested food or waste is called stool or feces. This last part of large intestine is rectum. Rectum is a chamber of 8 inches. Its main function is to receive the stool and temporarily store it and excrete out it from the body are the main function of the rectum. The last part of the digestive tract is anus. Anus is the last part of the digestive tract. It has two types of sphincter, internal anal sphincter and external anal sphincter, which are help in the excrete out of waste material from the body. Thank you.